This next story comes to us from Anonymous.
Woo!
She, her.
Woo!
Am I the asshole for telling and cutting my friend off unannounced?
Probably not.
My friend and I have known each other for years. It started off romantic, but it didn't work out for many reasons due to his lies and manipulation. You're not the asshole.
Yeah, you're not the asshole then.
We settled for being friends, but he still wanted to be sexually intimate, but no relationship. I wasn't feeling it due to my past feelings for him and didn't want to go down that road of hurt again.
Good.
It seemed like he was okay with it, and we got over it. But when we had sex last time, the situation got confusing between us, not just me, him too. I talked to him about it, and he pretty much gave me a sugar-coated lie about how he was focusing on himself and not dating anyone. I understood and backed off. Come to find out, he lied about it and tried to hide it. Him and the girl he's talking to and have been talking to since around the time he and his ex, who is another story, broke up. I confronted him about it and told him it was hurtful, and all I asked was for him to be honest with me, which I don't know why he does not have an honest bone in his body. Every time I've confirmed/confronted him about things in the past, he would always ghost me and or stonewall me. I used to always think I was doing too much and I would backtrack. Now, I don't do it. Recently, someone posted about how manipulative and disrespectful he is, not agreeing/disagreeing, but I will say he has done some really shisty shit to me as well. I tried to be there for him as a friend. I always show up for him and always give him advice, comfort, and money. I really don't care about materialistic things, but more so time and effort. He does not show up for me at all. He showed up more when we were having sex than when we decided to just be friends, a mutual decision.
Yeah.
After we decided that, we didn't talk for a minute, but we got back to speaking and everything was normal. It was until he asked me a question and it annoyed me because it pretty much showed he lied about his status of dating or interest. I told him I needed time due to the fact it hurt my feelings. He couldn't be honest with me, but not dating other people in general. But still being a friend, I would check in and still try to talk. He completely ignores me and is always on social media or speaking with others. I talked to him many times about doing that over the period of us knowing each other and how hurtful it can be, but he just goes back to doing it. After a while, I got tired. I called him one night and confronted him. He says he's been working on himself since his ex, but I see no improvement whatsoever.
No, he's not.
He basically gave me answers to the usual lies and bullshit he feeds.
Yes.
He pretty much tried to gaslight the situation and I wasn't standing for it.
Good.
Also, he pretty much said he wanted to show up for me in whole and not if you want something, which I could understand, but it was what he said afterwards that seriously made me shut my emotions and connections off of him completely. He pretty much said he wants to be able to come around and show up without wanting something from me. I pretty much asked, so you've basically been coming around all these years for sex, but not actually to be here there for me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what's happening.
He got quiet. The silence was so alarming, but he tried to come back and say he respects me and my worth. However,
No, he doesn't.
history has shown he's lied to others about the extent of our relationship and called me crazy, when meanwhile he would act otherwise and cuddle up to me. I also had the impression that he was going to show up on his own time and bare minimum.
No.
Also, if there's an issue he was trying to, quote, fix, it was when I'd literally been repeating the same thing to him for years. He's always talking about boundaries, but when I bring up being honest, transparent, and communicating, all of a sudden those boundaries of mine are just measly and impede on mine. He asked me if I had any other issues, where I said, we're good and it is what it is, and hung up. I haven't talked to him since, and honestly, I don't want to. It's been so many times of me repeating myself about things that it hurts my feelings that he ignores. I'm tired of having to explain why my feelings are hurt. I'm tired of the lies, manipulating ways, and ego trip he does every time, each year around this time. I'm set to see him soon, and I honestly don't know how to handle how to even engage with him. Part of me wants to show him who's crazy, but the other part of me is tired and just wants to ignore him and his bullshit.
Yes.
That's what you should do.
That's what you should do.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
I'm not going to explain why I'm not speaking to him anymore because I've been literally for weeks telling him the same shit like he's a child or something. I've muted him on all social media, including TikTok, and blocked his number. Our mutual friend understands where I'm coming from and said he won't speak on it unless needed. Am I the asshole for walking away?
No, what? No, honey.
No.
Like he just, baby girl. He just likes Andrew Tate.
You got
he
Andrew
just
Tate.
is a misogynist. That's what he is. He was never there to be your friend. He was there to fuck you and keep you around.
Yeah.
And he didn't want a relationship with you. He just wanted to fuck you.
Yeah. And did the bare minimum to.
And he lied. Because he wanted to keep fucking you. And you got feelings and you told him that. And he was like, no. And then you kept fucking him. And he thought, okay, this is great. I could just keep doing this. and lying. This is awesome. I love this.
I should go join a pyramid scheme while I'm at it. I love Andrew Tate.
He was never your friend, and he was never
your friend, and he's not a good person.
No, and there are a lot of dudes out there that are like this because they think it'll get them pussy, and that's all they care about because they're misogynists. They don't see you as a human being. They see you as walking pussy. I've dated many. And they all say the same thing. I really want to show. And,
I want to show up for you.
You think that the misogynists are going to come around and be like, yeah, you're not as good as me. And sometimes they do when they post on the internet. But when you're friends with them, those guys.
They have to hide it. They have to hide it.
They have to hide it because they have to manipulate you into still wanting to be around them. Because they're so terrible that if they show you who they are, you're not going to want to be around them.
You're not going to want to be around them, but they still
want pussy.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
And instead of being a decent human being, the cheat code really to pussy is being a decent person. Instead of, lying and being like, listen,
that's
next
not
time...
the cheat code to multiple pussies.
No, yeah, true.
The cheat, if he was like, yeah, I actually don't want a relationship with you and you want a relationship with me, we should cut it off because that's not good, blah, blah, blah. Maybe eventually, I value you as a human being and also as a friend. So we can still do that, but we're not having sex anymore because then that's going to cause, whatever. This is normal, but it means less pussy for him. So of course he's not going to do that.
When the one goal on your mind is pussy.
And you are not the problem here.
Oh, yeah, no, of course not. He's the problem.
You are being manipulated by him.
Yeah, and you've been gaslit, and you're being...
For a long time.
Yeah, so it's... Fuck me, man.
Yeah,
Jesus.
It's a terrible realization to come to. It really hurts a lot because, I went through many of these relationships, one after the other, pretty much, before I met Josh. And
then it got worse.
Yeah, I know. Now I got to deal with this all the time. No, but I dealt with these one after the other, and I didn't give myself. My reaction was just to go to a new guy. And eventually, what I found while doing this, which was not healthy, and I don't recommend it, and I'm not endorsing it, was that if I was just about sex, like I just wanted to have sex and I did not actually give a shit about who they are as people, and I flipped it on them, which is a bad thing to do and don't do it. They wanted to know who I was. Finally. And they wanted to show up for me as a friend. And no. It got annoying because I was like, I don't care about your Pink Floyd. I don't care about your fucking airplane career. You want to be a pilot? I don't give a fuck about who you are. I want to have sex. I was about to say,
you said Pink Floyd and then also airplane. I was like, are you fucking... I love Pink Floyd and airplanes.
No, that was a different dude. That was a piece of... He wanted me to do ecstasy with him or something. Like, he wanted to do like relationship-y things. And I was just like, no, we're having sex and you're leaving my house. I don't want to know about any of this bullshit that you're talking about. Another guy was in a band and he kept showing me his band songs and like asking me if I listened to his No, that's boyfriend stuff. I'm not doing that.
Men and their nagging about their band.
It became of that. And I was like, I actually don't care. I don't have to like your interests because this is just sex. And I think they got really irritated at me because they were like, what about the friends part? I'm like, oh, you want the friends part. When really that doesn't mean friends because you're not going to show up to my concerts.
Yeah.
I'm not going to show up to your concerts either. You just want pussy and you want a girlfriend. You want a girl to do girlfriend things, but you don't want to just have one pussy. You want to have multiple pussy available to you. So he's just a fucking scumbag, dog.
Fuck that
he's
guy,
a scrub, dude. And we don't want no scrubs.
Damn right.
Yeah. Eventually you'll find somebody who's like, no, I actually like you and I care about who you are as a human being.
Yeah, that's because
they exist.
They do exist.
You just got to stop wasting your time on little men, little boys that just think with their dicks. That's it. There's nothing that you did wrong. Just you're spending all this time on them and you don't need to be.
Shit, man.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
And the more you deal with it too, because I was the same way when I started dating men. Like, oh, fuck, I dated a guy for like a month and a half. and he literally did not talk to me. Like, I think we had sex, and then he did not talk to me for a month. And I thought we were still dating because I'm an idiot. And I texted him like, hey, what's up? We haven't talked in a month. And he was like, yeah, I just got real busy with work.
Work, that thing you do every day and all day and night, you know?
Yeah, well, I think he actually was working like long hours, but still you would find a way to.
Yeah, if he gave a shit.
Yeah, exactly. And real, like, if he wanted to, he would kind of situation.
Yeah.
And, you know, he thought that was a situation. We weren't even like friends with benefits. He thought he was dating me. Like, he talked about the future and everything and what the kids would call love bombing now. And eventually he was just like, yeah, I just got to go take care of my mom. So we're just going to not have a relationship. But we could still be friends, though. And I said, fuck you. And that's what you need to do, is say fuck you. And it feels bad because they're going to make you feel bad because they're going to cry.
Yeah, there'd be little bitches about it, dude.
And just be like, baby. Shut the fuck up. No.
Yeah.
You're playing with me because you think I'm inferior to you because you're a misogynist. So no. Not going to deal with that. Shut the fuck up. Goodbye forever. You don't have pussy anymore. Ooh, maybe next time be a good person. And that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Solved it.
God, so classic. That was a classic one.
That's a classic one.
That's a classic.